And a pleasant good evening to you and to yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network special presentation of FHSAA 2A District 8 Championship Baseball. Good evening, everybody. I'm Alan Slaughterzinski, joined alongside my broadcast partner tonight, Miss Grayley Cogden. And Grayley, first of all, welcome back on the microphone. Second of all, it is great to have you back on the broadcast again. And tonight, Greeley, what we have here is a rematch of last year's district championship, one that was won by John Carroll Catholic, 5-0, the same exact score that they defeated MCC by the other night. One pitcher the entire way. If you want to know about John Carroll, here's John Carroll in a nutshell. They pitch well, they don't hit so well. As a team, they come in batting just 201 on the season, but they do pitch. And we'll tell you about the starters tonight. First, Grayley, welcome. And this is your first district championship, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be a good time here tonight, as I believe we're going to do the national anthem first, and then we'll give you the starting lineups. Or what are we doing? All right, we're there. Okay, as they introduce, we will give you the starting lineups. All right, for John Carroll tonight, starting or leading off and playing center field will be Ren Selesky batting second, and or center field, I should say center field. Ren's in center, batting second, and he is playing right field. Is Evans Creary batting third, and he's catching on the evening is Noah. I believe that's pronounced correct. How would you pronounce that, Grayley?
Karis?
Karras, there you go. Noah Karras batting fourth and DHing tonight. Leighton Chandler batting fifth and playing first base tonight. Arlie Arlie Trefellner batting sixth. And pitching tonight, Cannon Orton. We'll give you Cannon stats in just a second. Batting seventh and playing second base. That'll be Zach Yancey. Batting eighth and playing shortstop will be Josh Collado. And batting ninth and playing left field tonight will be Ryson Selesky. As Cocoa Beach gets set to get introduced, I want to take this opportunity to tell you that tonight's Cocoa Beach lineup is sponsored by JT's Social Bar. We cannot thank JT enough, JT Social Bar enough for sponsoring tonight's district championship game and the semifinal game the other night, won by Cocoa Beach. Let's give you the Minutemen starting lineup. At shortstop, leading off, Hayden Wilson, batting second. The freshman southpaw, he'll be on the bump tonight, Garrett Harper. Batting third, our JT's Social Bar player of the game on Tuesday, Caden Doherty's at third. Gant Ramsey batting fourth behind the plate. Parker Crest will be over at first base tonight. Will Sermon's out in right field batting sixth. Jack Meckel seventh. He'll be DHing for Branson Noble, who's in center field. Anthony Cerruti will bat eighth, and he plays in left field. And Braden Wyman is at second base. We have lauded over Cocoa Beach all year long and the fact that they just absolutely destroy the baseball. Batting 345 as a team. And let's talk about the starter tonight. Well, we'll give you. Well, we're going to do the national anthem now, and then we'll give you the starter information. All right, that's the national anthem. Let's tell you about tonight's starter, Mr. Garrett Harper. And I'll tell you what, Garrett does it all, as Caleb pops Garrett's statistics up on the screen there. We'll start with on the mound because he is as impressive on the mound as he is in the box tonight. Harper 2-0 with a 2.10 ERA. In 30 innings pitched this year, 19 hits, 20 runs, 9 of them earned, 22 walks, 48 strikeouts. And teams this year, they don't hit the ball well against him at all. They are batting just 179. So that is the starter tonight. And once again, it'll be Cerruti in left, Noble in center, Will Sermon over in right, Caden Doherty at third, Hayden Wilson at short, Braden Wyman at second, Parker Kress at first, Gant Ramsey behind the plate as we get ready to go here on a beautiful night. Baseball on the beach. All that's on the line tonight is a district championship. If Cocoa Beach should not win tonight, they would still reach the FHSAA regional tournament. That is not the case for John Carroll. The Rams must win tonight to advance to the FHSAA state tournament. They are an 11 seed, and there is no margin for error. I'm also very excited tonight. Hopefully I won't have to use it, but if I did, I want to thank the Cogden family because I'll show this if you can. Now, you know what? We'll show it later. My present, a beautiful, look at this thing. A brand new glove. I absolutely love it. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. So, Grayley, thank you so much.
Yeah.
As Parker Kress. Parker throws 4 pitches. He throws the fastball, curveball, changeup, and he will mix in an occasional slider. What are you looking forward to tonight?
Honestly, this matchup just features a team really needing momentum and a team that's been consistent. And I mean, obviously you've seen Cocoa Beach. They're getting their runs they're just getting runs every inning. So
yeah. They score a lot.
I just think that it's going to be really like them trying to hit against John Carroll's defense.
Yep.
Because it's definitely strong.
And the thing Cocoa Beach has got to be careful of is letting John Carroll on base. They've stolen 66 bases as a team this year. Kress's first pitch delivery, he blows it right by Ren Selesky for strike one. And 0-1. And Harper works fast outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mr. Darrell is behind the plate tonight. We got Mike and Teddy Sunday out there in the field as well. 3 umpires, district championship. Harper's pitch just outside, 2 balls and a strike. Garrett works quick. He don't play. If Garrett had to go against a pitch clock, Garrett beat it every time. The 2-1. And that's fouled back to the screen, and we're now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Upstairs, 3-2, and that's the thing you don't want to do is you don't want to issue these guys a free pass right out of the gate, especially you don't want to put the leadoff hitter aboard, that's for sure. The full count upstairs, ball 4, and the leadoff man is indeed aboard.
Now that they have runners on base, Cocoa Beach is going to have to be really aware about where the runners are at.
Gant Ramsey threw out, I think, 2 Holy Trinity base stealers the other night.
He's got a good arm.
Yes, he does. We good, Caleb? That's a good AB for, this will bring up Evans Crary. And there's a bunt down the first base line. That's going to be fair, but he will advance the runner. And there's something you don't see every day, Grayley, is a successful bunt.
Yeah, that was a good bunt.
Yes, it was a good bunt. Sacrifice bunt will get Selesky to second. That'll get 1 out and bring up Noah Karras. And Karras this year, 294 hitter. He is one of the better hitters. 15 hits, 10 RBIs. The 10 RBIs leads the Rams this season. first pitch offering coming from Garrett Harper, the southpaw freshman. My goodness gracious, that curveball. Really, anything that bends like that or turns like that ought to have a blinker on it. That is 0-1. See that thing drop off the table?
Yeah, he was running for it.
Yeah. That's a first pitch, too. The 0-1. Straight fastball, and right now that's the pitch he's having the issue locating. He's high with it, and I think what he's doing is, and obviously he's a freshman. This is a district championship game. He's just got to relax a little bit. The adrenaline's got him. He's over the top a little too much. He's ahead of himself. He's just got to settle down. And there's the curveball again. That time the blinker goes right, swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the outstanding curveball from Harper. Big at-bat here because you need to strike out with a runner at second. The 1-2 is popped up and out of play over on the Little League field, and hopefully that didn't no, it didn't look like it did. Okay, that's good. And there you see the third base coach for John Carroll. Rams are 7-11 this year. Beat MCC 5-0 the other night. The defending district champs, they defeated Cocoa Beach in this game last year. Harper comes to a set. The 1-2 will do it again here. Curveball in the dirt. Great block. Runner's going to take third base, and now it's third with 1 out. And should be a 2-2 count, I would imagine. Yep, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And standing at first is Ren Selesky on the wild pitch. But just a great job because there's a lot of foul territory here. That ball rolls to the fence. Ren Selesky might still be running. Harper. And that ball is lifted into right, and it'll drop for a base hit. And I'll tell you what, that's just a great piece of hitting by Noah there. He just threw the bat head out on that, protecting. And sometimes when you make contact, good things happen. And for Noah Karras, who leads the team in RBIs, picks up his 11th of the season and puts John Carroll ahead 1-0 here. And not an unfamiliar ring for Cocoa Beach. There is no panic in these guys. They got down 4-0 the other night, Caleb. You remember you were here. And the lead at first after the base hit by Karras brings up Leighton Chandler. Chandler batting just 139 this year. He's got 5 hits. And that's strike 1. We on time? All right. It's a settle-down inning. You hate to give up a run in a settle-down inning, but the Rams have cashed in. The 0-1 is low and inside, and they're going to make him pitch. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Just because they're batting 2-1, it does appear the plate discipline is there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul back to the screen. This is district championship baseball night. All of the district championships, with the exception of 1, being played tonight.
1A and 3A are being played tomorrow.
Well, what's being played tomorrow?
1A and 3A.
1A and 3A are tomorrow. 2A and 4A. Curveball is a swing and a miss, and that was a beaut, Clark. And that is out number 2. So you got O'Galley and Merritt Island in 4A tonight. In 6A, you got Melbourne and Vieira for the umpteenth time in the district championship. Here, it's Cocoa Beach and John Carroll. Not sure who it is in 1A. And in 2A, I believe it is Titusville. And I want to say Astronaut. Yep. 2 outs now. Runner at first is Noah Karras. He had the RBI single, and Harper makes a move over. Caden Doherty comes into your screen, backing up the throw back to Parker. Cocoa Beach managed by Brian Johnson, his second year, the former Boston Red Sox, Florida Gator, Team USA, and of course, Cocoa Beach Minutemen. That is a strike to Arlie Tefellner. And Tefellner comes in batting 138 this year. Swing and a miss, strike two. The 20th pitch of the inning coming up for Harper. Let's see if it's the last. Runner goes, swing and a miss, no need to throw as he swung at a ball, and that will end the inning. But John Carroll does cash in as they pick up one run on one hit. No errors, one left. We go to the bottom of the first. John Carroll Catholic 1, Cocoa Beach coming to bat. All right, welcome back to Cocoa Beach. Alan Slaughterzinski, Grayley Cogden, and Caleb Brown with us here tonight. Caleb producing. He was on the call the other night. And so, as we go to the bottom of the first inning, it'll be Hayden Wilson, Garrett Harper, and Caden Doherty. And Caden Doherty, and, pull Garrett Harper back up on the screen because he's going to be the second batter of the inning. Harper tears it up at the plate just as much as he does on the mound. Harper, Wilson, and Doherty. Wilson 380, Harper 481, and Doherty, who will pull his graphic up when he comes up, and over 400 as well. As Wilson steps in left field, it's Selesky left and center, Crary in right. Kerensky at third, Collado at short, Yancey at second, and Trefellner is over at first. And behind the plate is Karras, who had the RBI. And it's quickly 2-0 to Hayden Wilson. Three and 0. Give you the starter information here in just a second. That'll be strike one. For Orton this year, who is the starter. Upstairs, ball four. And similarly, a leadoff walk. Orton this season is 1-0, the junior, with a 1.26 ERA. This is his ninth appearance of the year. 16 2/3 innings pitched, 12 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 20. Teams are batting just 190 against him, so he's a pretty good arm. Right now, a little nervous, it appears. It seems that he and Garrett suffering the same thing. Pitches are high. They're high. The 1-0 right down A1A, and the count is 1-1 strike.
I think it's a matter of these pitchers just finding the zone.
Yep.
I mean, it takes a few pitches to figure it out.
Yep.
So, I mean, we saw that later in the last first half of the inning, that Harper came back quick at the end. I mean, he walked at the beginning, but then he got 2 quick strikeouts at the end. So I think that we'll see better pitching later on in the game.
No, I think you're right. I think you see that a lot in high school baseball, getting stronger as the game goes on. That ball was fouled off, and I never thought anything could hit the vehicle where we parked it, but, well, he just proved me wrong. Garrett Harper this year at the dish, 481. He's got 38 hits. That's right up there at the top of the leaderboard in the county. 15 RBIs, 9 doubles, 3 triples this year. The 1-2 is now 2-2 to Harper as Caden Doherty waits on deck. The stash, I call him. Our player of the game the other night. Perfect mustache this kid has. I'm 57 years old. And I've never been able to grow a mustache my entire life. That ball is rocked back to the wall and hauled in for out number 1 by Evans Crary. And a good job by him not to panic, because when that ball jumped off the bat, it looked like it had a shot to go, Grayley.
I thought it was gone.
As Caden Doherty now steps in, as you see Caleb with his stats up on the screen. And Caden's having him a year, no doubt. 409, 27 hits, leads the Minutemen with 25 RBIs. He had a pretty good night the other night as he had 3 RBIs, and then he came in relief in 3 1/3 innings pitched, struck out 9 of the 12 batters he faced. Pitch is popped up and out of play. 0-1 to Doherty. Orton takes a peek over. Outside. 1-1. Hayden Wilson, your runner at first, a leadoff walk. The 1-1, he's off and running, and that ball is hit, and that's going to get in the gap. And around first, he will score easily, Will. No, he's going to be stopped. What a job out there by Ren Selesky getting to that ball in the gap, because it looked like Hayden Wilson was going to score easily, Grayley.
Yeah, I thought he was going home.
Yeah. Great job by Coach Johnson to stop him, and that's about as long of a single as you're going to see at high school baseball. Ren Selesky with a great job cutting that thing off. That's hustle. You just don't see that. That ball goes to the wall 9 out of 10 times. And now Gant Ramsey will step up. Gant, as most of these Minutemen are, having a great year. Gant first pitch swing and pops it up as Zach Yancey calls and hauls for out number 2. Quickly, we'll give you Gant's stats the next time he comes up. As Parker Kress will step in. Kress, what a shock you, he's 273 this year, 15 hits, 13 RBIs, another double-digit RBI guy. Comes up with 2 outs and runners at first and third in Cocoa Beach. Doesn't want to fall into that early on. Orton with a first pitch strike to Kress. Runner off and going, and they're going to take a shot. You know what? The throw, I don't know what the second baseman was doing on that play, but the throw was there. The second baseman looked like he just bounced off of a trampoline to catch that one. And but a stolen base, because the throw was a beaut. So now second and third, and with 2 outs, contact running. Oh, just second. I'm sorry, just second.
They made it home.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Grayley.
The play work to a charm.
I was too focused on what was going on over there.
Yeah, what am I talking about here? I'm just focusing on the guy. Okay, 1-1. My bad. Strike 3. As Parker Kress doesn't like the call, but when you window shop, sometimes you take that chance. You got to swing the bat. And that will end it. Cocoa Beach does tie it up, though, on, Let's see. We walked, flew out, single. Yep. Okay. We'll be back with the top of the second. All right, I'm trying to clear up the confusion on where I missed this run scoring. So if I missed it at home, maybe you missed it as well. Where the confusion set in is on the steal
Yeah.
is where he went. It was a double steal, essentially.
You're too focused on that second baseman bouncing around.
Yes, okay. I'm like, what? What just happened? So that's what just happened. I wasn't paying full attention there as we go now to the, and that's my apologies because I should be better. As we go to the top of the second inning, where it'll be Cannon Orton, Zach Yancey, and Josh Collado due up for John Carroll. Micah Evans, the coach. The Rams last year would go on to the regional semifinals after defeating Cocoa Beach in the district championship. And I believe would lose in 2 to the First Academy. Again, it is, let's see here. Why haven't we updated this? No, it's usually pretty good. If it's live, it says live. It usually, okay, yeah, we're good. No, I guess not. Good. I guess it's, yeah. All right, here we go. As Cannon Orton steps in, Cannon is an opportunity to help his cause. Cannon batting 184 this year. He has got 9 hits, 6 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 triples this season. And the second pitch offering is strike 2. So Garrett Harper firing BBs to kick off the top half of the second inning. 0-2 to his counterpart in the box. And that's 3 pitches and a strikeout. That is 3 in a row. He is sat down via the K. And that'll bring up Zach Yancey. Yancey steps in as a 184 hitter this year. First pitch, swing on and miss. Strike 1. Don't say it, Caleb, because I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not jinxing it. I'm not saying another word. I'll mention it after this pitch. In the dirt, in a way. So now we can talk about, I'm always cheering for what they call the immaculate
I was about
inning.
to say, yeah.
Yeah, I'm always cheering for that because I've seen one in softball. I've never seen one in baseball. So, for those of you that don't know what an immaculate inning is, it is 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts, the perfect inning.
Yeah.
And you don't jinx that like you don't jinx a no-hitter. Or like, you don't say, like, broadcasters kill me. There are ways to say he's throwing a no-no.
Yeah.
Without saying he's throwing a no-no. I did it at a softball game last week where I still feel guilty for jinxing an immaculate inning. Shot down to Caden Doherty. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, up and over to first, 2 outs. She got through 8 pitches and had, and then the next one was fouled off, and I just could have sank in my chair. Doherty gets the out, cross the field. Good throw by Caden, brings up Josh Collado. Collado this year, 167. Inside, ball 1, 1-0. Want to thank Athletic Director Ted Kimmy, Principal Tim Powers, Coach Brian Johnson for allowing us to come and broadcast tonight. I saw Coach Kimmy Coach Kimmy, that ball's in the dirt, gets back to the screen. Coach Kimmy's team, football team, I would imagine, is getting ready for spring football, which I believe practice for that starts Monday, this Monday, for programs in Brevard County in Florida. The pitch, Steve Reich, 3-1 now.
Which means most exciting day of the spring doesn't come till that Thursday.
Final day of school.
Thursday.
What's Thursday?
That upcoming Thursday, first full day of pads.
Oh, yeah, first full day of pads. I hear you. Yeah, all right. 3 balls and 2 strikes now as Harper battles back from 3-0. The 3-2 on its way. Curveball fouled down the first baseline. Foul. Nice job by Collado to stay alive.
The day where you find out who your basketball players are.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that'll be a 2-out walk. The second of the game issued by the freshman. And that'll bring up Ryson Selesky, the left fielder. Ryson batting .200 this year. These stats, well, I guess they are right. Swing and a miss. I was looking at these stats, and I'm like looking at ABs and plate appearances, and I guess they're right. 0-1 to the number 9 hitter. That's foul back, and quickly ahead is Garrett Harper to Selesky. Doherty, Wilson, Wyman, and Kress from third to first. Cerruti, Noble, and Sermon from left to right. The 0-2, good take. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 run on 1 hit and no errors for John Carroll. 1 run on 1 hit and no errors for Cocoa Beach. The 1-2 from Harper on its way. Curveball. Indeed, he gets Selesky looking, and that is his 4th strikeout of the night. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-1 is your score. All right, welcome back here. It'll be Will Sermon, Jack Meckel, and Anthony Cerruti. That's 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Brian Johnson's Cocoa Beach Minutemen as Sermon steps in. And the first pitch offering to Sermon is low for a ball. Sermon 346 this year. He's got 9 hits, 3 RBIs, and a couple of doubles. And there's a ground ball scooped up by the first baseman. He'll take it himself. And a nice play over there by Trefelder for out number 1. Jack Meckel, the DH, up now. Meckel this season, 400. Outside, ball 1. Now that 400 has occurred in 15 official at-bats. The pitch to Meckel is swung on and missed. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to Double Deuce. Curveball. Didn't slide much, snap much, but just enough off of it to trip Meckel up a hair, and it's 1-2, and he works quickly as well, and Meckel just gets a piece there. Orton so far. Where's he at? 24 pitches thrown, 15 strikes for him. Good fast game here. You got two pitchers that are working quick. We got an umpire behind the plate who is calling strikes immediately. Pitch. Oh, that's a beaut, Clark. Strike 3. Catches Meckel looking on the backwards K. And that'll bring up Anthony Cerruti. 2 up, 2 down. Cerruti this year. 283. 6 RBIs. 17 hits. That was a purty pitch. And that just off the plate for ball 1. Strike 1. Everything's still good? 1-1, 2 outs here. Nice frame job there by the catcher, but did not fool the home plate umpire. The 2-1 outside, 3-1. I'll tell you what, you can certainly see this year in high school baseball. Now, we've had our fair share of long games. The 3-1, that's strike 2. Yes, indeed, at the knees. We've had our fair share of games this year where they have certainly gone long. But top of the rotation guys, man, you can see these kids programmed, or student athletes, I should say. Pitch is shot to the shortstop. Collado up and over to Trefellner for the third and final out. So that's 3 up and 3 down as Orton is now sat down 5 Minutemen in a row. Finish the thought when we come back here on Brevard Sports Network. We're locked in at 1. All right, welcome back here to Cocoa Beach. And for those of you, if you're watching from John Carroll this year, Brevard Sports Network likes to bring interns and high school students in to learn the art of broadcasting. And this year, we have been blessed and fortunate enough to have one young lady who has come in and done a terrific job for us this year. She has been my baseball broadcast partner for a good deal of this season. And a big Atlanta Braves fan and a great student. And she's going to take over here in the top of the third and the fourth. Of course, I'll stay on as color commentary. But here to do the play-by-play is Miss Grayley Cochran. Grayley?
Speaking of the Braves, they're the only team right now who has not lost a series in baseball.
Really?
Yeah, they won every series.
And I noticed with all these injuries you guys supposedly have, right? That you're like top 10 in this and top 10 in that. You got to be one happy camper as a Brave.
I'm real happy.
I'll bet you are. How's your guy doing, Michael Young?
Michael Harris is good.
Or Harris.
Yeah, he's doing good. I mean, he's not hitting the best right now, but
he'll get there.
His defense covers up for it.
There you go. In our intern program, today we were blessed to have the opportunity to have on a young man that was with us for 4 years, and he's now at the University of Florida. And on Saturday, he was in the radio booth delivering the call for the Florida Gators spring game. That's Jackson Robb. So, Miss Grayley, the floor is yours.
At bat is Renslesky. On deck is Evan Carey. And in the hole is Noah Krez. And the first pitch. Hard line drive. Shortstop. And out at first.
Nice play there by Hayden Wilson as he gets it up and out of his glove quickly. Good job, good stretch by Parker Kress over there to haul that one in. And
yeah, that was all looking a little close.
Yeah, it did. And Teddy
Sunday's
a great umpire.
Yeah.
He was right on that thing.
Evan Carey up to bat. Right down the middle. Evan Carey had a sacrifice bunt last inning, which advanced the runner that scored.
Yeah, no, the lost art of bunting. He showed it can still happen at the high school level.
Yeah, it's really a tool they don't use that often, and it's successful when you do it right.
Yep.
And it's definitely nothing that they practice that often. So.
Oh.
Right down the middle, caught looking, and that's the 5th strikeout for Harper.
My goodness gracious. Why don't he just set a table up in front of home plate on that pitch?
They're all just looking.
Oh, wow. Well, I tell you, at the high school level, when you throw a curveball like that and you're a batter, having seen one before, I can tell you it freezes you.
Swing and a miss for Noah Kress.
Did they yell 4? I think they yelled 4. That was funny.
Passed ball, making the count 1-1.
It was like a 9-hour shot right there.
He had one thing on the mound.
Yeah, he did.
The delivery. Right down the middle. He got the hang of that quick. I feel like it was just the first inning, and now.
Freshman butterflies.
Yeah.
District championship.
I mean, as long as you can rein it all back in, and your offense can keep up.
Yeah, he's in a groove now. He's working it.
Yeah.
Sat down 7 of the last 8.
Popped up. Caden Dockery to first. And out at first for out number 3.
Okay.
Quick 1, 2, 3. All these innings have been quick.
What a play. I tell you, we don't want to jinx it, but that was another great play there. Another Baltimore chop, a second time in 2 games we've seen that. And Wilson with a gun across the first. Nice job there, Greeley. We'll be back.
I think that was Daughtry.
Who?
Daughtry?
Doherty. Was that Doherty that made that play?
He
okay.
went all the way. He ran up.
Oh, okay, Doherty coming
play.
across.
I mean, he's even more impressive. He came from 3rd.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd. All right, welcome back to Cocoa Beach as we get set for the bottom of the 3rd inning here to be Braden Wyman to the plate for his first time. Hayden Wilson, followed by Garrett Harper. Their second time up as they will see Orton. And here to tell you all about it, Miss Greeley Cogden.
Orton has 2 strikeouts and 1 walk tonight. Cocoa Beach hasn't made it through the lineup yet. We'll be looking at the number 9 batter.
And, you go down this lineup, and their number 9 hitter is a sophomore.
Yeah.
65 at-bats, Greeley. He's batting .308 with 20 hits and 11 RBIs. So when you have a number 9 hitter in your lineup like that, you really set the table for the top of the order, because the top of the order is an RBI machine in Wilson, Harper, and Doherty. So this is a formula that's worked, and we'll see if it continues here.
Wyman comes to the plate. And the pitch. Hit shortstop to first, and that is out number 1 for John Carroll.
That is the third first pitch out tonight for Cocoa Beach, and nice play there by the shortstop. Not to panic, get the ball out. Rolling, rolling, rolling. That old Chuck wagon is rolling here. It's crazy.
Back to the top of the lineup with Hayden Wilson.
Looks like he found his curveball.
Yeah. I really think that's it. They just got to get into the groove.
Oh, my goodness gracious. He's got a blinker on his bender tonight, too.
Wilson was walked in the first inning, and was the runner that scored. Oh, 2 count. A little outside. Line drive, right, and drops in front of their left fielder. And that is a single for Wilson.
That's what this top of the lineup does. That's why they are batting, and, that's why they're all over 350, 360. And Harper, who's stepping in, is batting 481. Nearly drove one out of here his last time up to the warning track.
I thought that one was out.
Yeah, I did too. You don't want to hang him a curveball here. That is for sure.
Strike.
Nice pitch.
Last game against Holy Trinity on Tuesday, Harper went 3 for 4 with 2 runs and a stolen base. So
yeah, he had a night.
Yeah. Right through the gap. And runner goes to third. And that's a double and going for home. And he is safe.
And an error.
Okay.
A 3-base error as Harper's going to come out for a pinch runner. So that's a single and a 3-base error. And you want to know, and I feel bad for the young man, Selesky, out there in center field, but he did the same exact thing when they were he did it twice, in fact, when they were taking warm-ups, overran the ball, and it got by him in warm-ups. And Hayden Wilson never stopped running. And Brian Johnson recognized that immediately when the ball got by Selesky. And Wilson comes all the way around to score the second run. And that's just great hustle and great recognition.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of any scoring opportunity. Right down the middle.
Kane Doherty.
He had that line drive single in the first inning. It was all the way out on the warning track.
Yeah. That's That's great of a
somehow only a single.
Right, yeah.
Right down the middle.
Oh, my.
And he is caught looking.
He didn't even get set in the box, and that's
No.
on Caden, and Caden will tell you that. He's got to get set. He didn't even look up. The ball was thrown.
That is strikeout number 3 for pitcher Orton. Right down the middle again. Oh, 1 count, 2 outs, and a runner on second. And that is a hard drive ball. Second to first, and that is the third out of the inning.
Nice play by Yancey there. But But Cocoa Beach does take the lead. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. 1 left. As we're going to keep it here, tell you a little bit about JT's Social Bar. JT's is a free pool, Caleb, on Mondays and Tuesday nights at JT's. A great menu, happy hour. If you're coming to Cocoa Beach, JT's Social Bar is where you need to be going, and we can't thank them enough. What?
We were told they have great wings, and I've heard they have great chicken.
Great wings and great chicken sandwiches as well at JT's. And look, they got big screen TVs for days over there, several rooms, and JT's. Yep, can't thank them enough. And man, if Cocoa Beach can grab that 4 seed, I'm gonna have to go over and talk to them, man. See if they would be interested in taking up a regional quarterfinal game. But as we get ready to go to already the top of the 4th inning here. At Cocoa Beach, it'll be Leighton Chandler, Arlie Tefellner, and Cannon Orton. We got a close one, a 1-run game between 2 of the top rotation guys for each of these clubs. And here to tell you about it is Grayley Coggan.
Leighton Chandler is coming up to bat. He was struck out in the first inning, and so were the next 2. On deck is Trevor, and he was also struck out, and so is Orton. So we'll see these guys' second at bat.
You know, Coach Johnson, when reached out to me immediately 2 weeks ago before anybody else did, and I tell you what, I couldn't be more thrilled to be here at Cocoa. This is the 3rd time. This is the most we've ever broadcast at Cocoa Beach, and we're definitely coming back next year, during the regular season. The legend, I call him the Cocoa Beach legend. He is. Coach Johnson played here, went to Florida, Team USA. Owns a 2004 Boston Red Sox World Series ring. Great guy.
Ball 2.
Got a lot of good managers in this county for baseball.
Yeah.
Great managers. Ooh.
Outside. Making the count 3-0.
It's going to be a wild postseason for baseball. You can stop the Mustangs. That's right, in 4A.
Up high for ball 4.
Wow, okay. Last time they had a leadoff walk, Grayley, they scored on it.
They did.
We're going to see if Arlie bunts here. Right? Big young man stepping in. That's why he plays first base. Keep your eye on that runner. Again, they stolen 66 bases this year.
And a foul bunt. Yeah, this is exactly what they did in the first inning. They got the runner walked, and they sacrificed bunt.
Boy, Harper, just a freshman. He just you watch this kid pitch, and he just reminds you. I'll finish this thought here in a second. So now it's 2 strikes, but Harper, he just, I don't know. You just look at you look at student athletes sometimes, and you go, that young lady, man, she just looks like a volleyball player, or he looks like a middle linebacker. Harper looks like a baseball player.
Yeah.
His actions, his demeanor, how he carries himself. And I mean that in a professional type way.
Up high, making the count 1-2.
poised, no panic.
A swing and a miss. He sent him chasing.
That's a table dropper. My goodness.
That's strikeout number 6 for Harper. And up to bat is Ken Orton.
So his counterpart steps in, Graley.
These are always fun to watch.
He struck him out last time.
On deck is Zach Yancey, and in the hole is Josh Collado. Pitch. Right down the middle. It's back and safe. I was gonna say, I can't believe we haven't seen John Carroll's runner go running.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most stationary we've seen him.
There he
Oh,
goes.
and I didn't want to jinx it, but
He's out.
Annie.
Oh. You know, they're gonna. Okay. So you hear the oohs and the ahs from the umpires in the crowd here, Graley.
Yeah.
That's a great call because he slid.
I think he got right under it.
He did get right under it, and just because the throw beat him there,
does not mean he's out.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's out. And yep, he definitely got in under it. Yep.
1-1 count. Makes it 1-2.
That's a great call by the umpire.
Yeah. Down low.
And that is good plate discipline.
Even 2-2 count. Coming in with the pitch. A foul tip.
Yeah, Gant's a little frustrated with himself on that one because he knows that's probably something he should have squeezed there because that would have been strike 3, but he'll make it up here.
The 2-2 pitch. Another foul tip.
Good at bat.
He's fighting off. And the delivery. A swing and a miss. For out number 2.
Sorry about that. Ken is gonna, he can't get down on himself, but he's gonna get down on himself because after that great at bat, he chased one out of the zone there, and yeah, he knows he did, but it's hard to lay off the high heat.
Yeah. He wanted that one.
Yes, he did.
Zach Yancey up to bat. Right down the middle.
Boy, he is popping that mid. He grounded out to Caden Doherty his last time up. Wouldn't be shocked here to see John Carroll try to maybe force a throw here. Maybe try to steal a bag. Force an error. You don't have anything to lose.
Shortstop. To first.
No, what a
Safe.
hustle play.
Wow.
Unbelievable hustle play there. There are times to slide head first.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen someone slide head first.
There are times that you do that, and there are times that you don't do that. That was a time you do, And Zach Yancey does, and because he did,
Saved him out.
it's now 1st and 3rd with 2 outs here, and a big opportunity for Josh Collado. What a play. That's wanting to win a baseball game.
Yeah, even though we're only in the 4th inning, they still want to be in that. Right down the middle.
I can't believe he wasn't running on that pitch.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what Cocoa Beach does here. Up 2-1. Do they take a shot at trying to throw him out, or do they just? Yeah, I don't think you do. I think you go right back to the pitcher with it.
High line drive, but right fielder Sermon got it for the 3rd out, and that's the top of the 4th.
That'll end the inning there. Nice job, Greeley. It's Cocoa Beach 2, John Carroll 1. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors for the Minutemen. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error for John Carroll. The error, a costly one. The center fielder overran the ball, allowing Hayden Wilson to score from first as we get ready to go. Here to the bottom of inning number 4, and coming up for Cocoa Beach, it'll be Parker Kress, Will Sermon, and Jack Meckel. Kress struck out, Sermon grounded out, and Meckel struck out his last time up. And so just to kind of give everybody an update, the FHSAA will release the baseball playoff brackets on Monday, April 20th. That's this Monday at 2 o'clock. Brevard Sports Network will be, of course, live for that. The quarterfinals will start a couple of days later. The 1A through 3A will start on the 25th. The 4A through 6A will start on the 24th. The regional quarterfinals is 1 game. The regional semifinals and finals is best 2 out of 3. So get your pitching depth ready to go. Interesting how managers handle these quarterfinals, because do you throw your best arm in 1 game to advance, because you don't get a week off, and pitch counts in the FHSAA, while generous, are binding as we go. And Parker Kress steps in, and here to tell you and bring you the bottom of inning number 4, Miss Grayley Cogden.
Parker Kress takes the ball. Struck out his last at bat.
You're right, Kilson, unless you're Archbishop McCarthy. O'Galley gets that reference.
The pitch. Right down the middle, making the count 2-1.
That's right, Caleb. I forgot all about that. I know you didn't.
Popped up. Second baseman. Over to first, but he is safe.
That's the kind of leadoff single, Grayley, that can produce, that can be the start of a big inning.
We've seen Cocoa Beach do that many times.
Oh, my.
They had an 11-run inning, the first inning against O'Galley the other week.
Yeah.
And then a 5-run third inning against Holy Trinity. So
and then they had a 10-run, or they had an 11-run. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
16. Right. My bad.
They have proved to be, they're just such a strong offense. Once they get on a roll, they just are really, really explosive. William Sermon up to bat.
I want to see you get a home run call, Grayley.
Fouled off, making the count even at 1-1.
Coach Johnson with a young team, only 3 seniors this year. The majority of this team is coming back, and that's going to be dangerous for Brevard County. He's out. Oh, he got around it. The swim tag. Nice job by Parker Kress. Stole that base with the swim move. You can do that in MLB The Show 26 now, by the way. I ain't figured it out yet, but you can do it.
A 2-1 count, making it 3-1.
But we don't let Zibozinski figure that out. That's right.
Up high, and that's a base.
Here we go.
Second walk for Orton.
I think this is where Coach comes out here and kind of settles his team down a little bit and says, listen, we still got the double play ball. Nobody out here. Let's not get foolish. Let's not throw the ball around. Yeah. All right, Caleb's going to be checking on some scores for us. You know you can stay right there in Game Changer, right? Okay. All right. All right.
Jack Meckel coming up to bat. DHing for center fielder Branson Noble. Struck out his last at bat. But we're looking for some contact in this inning with 2 runners on base. A little low.
Good call by the home plate umpire because that was what I call a schnee pitch at the shins, but below the knee.
Now that one's down the middle.
Yeah, that's belt high. You got to swing at that. Ooh.
Foul tip. 1-2 count. Foul ball. Keeping the count 1-2.
What we got, Caleb?
Merritt Island's up 7-0 in the bottom of the second.
Yeah.
And Melbourne is beating Vieira 1-0 bottom 3.
Okay, so 7-0 Merritt Island all over O'Galley, and Melbourne beating Vieira 1-0 in the bottom of the third. So there's your update, and
right past third. And that's a single for Jack Meckel. See, this is the action that we like to see with Cocoa Beach.
Yep.
They're just, no matter what, they're just keeping the bats moving.
Station to station.
Yep.
There you go. Bases are loaded, and now you're setting the table for one of the best top of the orders in the county here. But we still got Cerruti and Wyman to bat, who are just as capable of driving these guys in. But you better believe Wilson, Harper, and Doherty are licking their chops, hoping that Cerruti and Wyman can keep this thing going.
Cerruti coming up to bat.
That's a good job by Meckel, too, Grayley, because he struck out looking his last time.
Yeah. Up high.
Cocoa Beach with a chance to bust this thing open here this inning. They'll get at least one out of this.
Shortstop.
Nope.
To home. And
Nice
they're
play.
holding it. Keeping the bases loaded, though.
That is a good play there. Collado knew right where he was going with the ball, made a good throw, and a smart decision by the catcher not to try to throw the ball down to first base as we got activity in the John Carroll bullpen.
Braden Wyman up to bat. As he takes the ball, makes the count even at 1-1.
So the infield has moved back to regular depth they were in.
One, two count with 1 out, and the bases are loaded. Pop up, and It is
What a
caught, but that
catch.
will score a run.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's just a great play out
That
there.
was a great. That was an. That was a great
By
play.
Crary. I mean, the fact that Cocoa Beach gets a run on a he nearly had the runner at home too. But that's a great play out there. By was it Crary or Clary?
Wait.
Crary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crary.
Crary. But that's a great play by Crary. Cocoa Beach does score their third run, but that's a big out right there. And now they're back to the top of the order. But a great play. You know, you just get the feeling that if John Carroll hit the baseball better this year,
They'd be a really good team.
Yeah, I mean, they field well, they pitch well.
Wilson up to bat.
See, these are two disciplined baseball teams playing
Very.
each other.
Up high. Making the count 2-0.
And the thing that makes them impressive at that is that they're young, and usually young teams they beat themselves a lot. These teams don't seem to do that.
Outside. 3-0 count with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Right down the middle. Making the count 3-1. And that is a strike.
Yeah, it's a knee high. So the runner should be off on this pitch now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. They definitely are going to be moving. That was Deuces Wild there. No, that was 3-1.
Throwing the bat, making it through the gap. And that is 2 runs scored on a single by Hayden Wilson.
No, just 1.
Oh, just 1.
Yeah, just 1 run. So it's 4-1 there. I'm not sure what happened when he threw the ball. And listen, that's a great piece of hitting. That was a protect swing similar to the one that John Carroll had back in the first inning when Noah Karras kind of slapped it one. Honestly, he was just trying to get the bat out there extended to maybe foul something off and popped it in the right field for an RBI single.
Yeah, he just threw his bat at that one. Garrett Harper, the pitcher, comes up to bat.
Oh, my.
And that
Oh,
is...
my. It's gone!
That's out of here!
Garrett Harper with a 3-run bomb. Backtrack wall. Touch 'em all, Garrett. That belongs to you.
Get your shoes on and close the door because that was out of here.
There you go. I love it. I love it. I think you were stunned it got over.
I didn't even expect it. I couldn't even see where it was for a second.
The old Weaver, we call that.
Wow.
Up in Baltimore. That is a 3-run bomb. And Cocoa Beach.
Now that was what we're talking about with Cocoa Beach. Like, that was 2 outs. And what was the count? Oh, was that the first pitch?
That's the first pitch. He took
went for it
deep. And that, I believe, is the 4th home run of the year for Cocoa Beach, the first for Harper. And we're going to get a new pitcher. What a shot. The 3-run jack, the Weaver, will be back here on Brevard Sports Network. All right, welcome back here. So, in each of the last two games, we have had the pitcher star at the plate as well. Caden Doherty did it the other night, and tonight it's Garrett Harper. But we got a new pitcher on the mound now as Cocoa Beach has just busted this thing wide open. And it's going to be number 15 doing the pitching. It's going to be, put my glasses on here so I can read the fine print. Fernair, the junior, he's going to come in. He's making his 6th appearance. No record. He's 6 ERA this year. And Fernair, 9 1/3 innings pitched. He has given up 15 hits, 8 earned runs, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts, and teams are batting .326 against Fernair. So Cocoa Beach, with that inning, Grayley, and
right through the gap, and a single for Caden Daugherty.
Yeah, Doherty, I tell you, they greet Fernair with a single. So Cocoa Beach has just busted this thing wide open here. 7 runs on 7 hits, 8 hits now. And that's just what you can't do as the 9th batter of the inning comes up in Gant Ramsey.
Down low. Pitch. Fouled off.
What did he say? You can't repeat it, can you? That's all right. Right in between innings, all right. The bench. You hear some of the craziest things coming off the bench.
Even count for Gant, 1-1. Inside.
That's what Cocoa Beach does, though. They just, I mean, look, it appeared, that he had.
They are not leaving any bases.
No, look, and to be fair, Cannon Orton had a nice outing up until he didn't. And I know.
Yeah, he was keeping them tame.
Yeah, I mean, but Cocoa Beach, just by the second time they had seen him,
they're ready. And that is in the gap again. Same spot. And another single, and this time it's for Gant Ramsey.
So here comes Parker Kress. He led off the inning with a single, so you're going to have to scratch out and go over. Yeah, here we go again. Coach telling Gant, you're allowed to smile. You're allowed to smile, Gant. Have fun. Yes. Yeah, Parker led all this off led this inning off.
Yeah, we're all the way through the lineup now. Now the number 5 batter. The pitcher Kress is right there inside. Oh, and 1. Inside. Making it 1-1. 2 outs and 2 runners on base. Inside again.
Will Sermon is up next. Sermon, what did he do? Sermon doubled.
Two and 1. And the delivery. Inside again. Making the count 3-1.
Now Cocoa Beach is starting to think about maybe tacking on some more here because Maybe they can end this thing in 5.
Oh, yeah, true. The 3-1 pitch. And that is in the dirt for first walk for Fernar.
So here we are, bases loaded now.
William Sermon up to bat.
Sermon doubled his last time up. And then Jack Meckles in the hole. Anthony Cerruti and Breeden Wyman are like, please come back to me.
He doubled last time?
What do you have?
I think I have a walk.
Oh, okay.
So that is up high, but in
foul
territory.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, no, you're right. He walked. Can't read my own writing.
0-1.
He went.
And that is a check swing. 0-2 with 2 outs right now. This is a big pitch. In the dirt, though. One, two. And that is a swing and a miss, ending the 4th inning. Cocoa Beach 7 and John Carroll 1.
Yeah, I mean, what an inning for Cocoa Beach. They now have 7 runs on 9 hits, no errors.
This is a 5-run inning.
Yeah, 5 in the inning. The big blow, the Weaver by Garrett Harper, a 3-run home run over the right center field wall. A no-doubter by the freshman who just absolutely crushed it. And for Harper, RBIs 16, 17, and 18. It is also hit number 40 on the year for Garrett. And, man, what a year he is having this year as he takes the mound. And John Carroll, last time they were at the plate, trailed by just 1, now down by 6 here, as it'll be Ren Selesky, followed by Evans. I want to make sure I'm saying his last name right. Evans Crary. Due up, and now all John Carroll can do is fight their way back. The problem is just haven't had the type of year I know all of them have wanted at the dish, and it's going to take a lot of hitting to get back into this one. Just something that, pitching and defense and stolen bases and pressure, that's been their thing. They have not outslugged a lot of teams this year, averaging a little over 4 runs per game. They got a negative 20-something run differential, so certainly have their work cut out for them as we head to the top of the 5th inning as Cocoa Beach looks to take away the district championship from John Carroll Catholic. And so far tonight, Garrett Harper has done a beautiful job. Harper, 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. He has thrown 69 pitches now, 45 of them for strikes, as he goes 0-1 to Ren Selesky. Harper working quick, kicks, fires, curveball off the table, 0-2. So Rudy, Noble, and Sermon from left to right. Doherty, Wilson, Wyman, and Kress, 3rd, short, 2nd, and 1st. Gant Ramsey behind the plate. Garrett Harper on the mound, and Ren Selesky in the box. The 0-2 is upstairs on the waist, 1-2. 2-2. Once again, want to thank JT Social Bar. Chicken sandwiches, wings, great food, drink specials, happy hour. Swing and a miss at the high heat. 1 out. And for Harper, strikeout number 8. Ren Selesky steps up, and, I'm not a genius by any stretch of the imagination, as many of you could probably tell from this broadcast. But I would be willing to bet that the Seleskys are related.
Yep. Maybe.
And it's quickly 1-0. And quickly 2-0. Right now, Garrett Harper, hands down, the JT Social Bar player of the game to this point. Curveball, and just not anything anybody at this level can do with that, Graley. Pitch. Yep, fouled it back, and he has gone from 2-0 to 2-2 in the blink of an eye. John Carroll down in Fort Pierce. Here's the 2-2. Chest high, but on the higher side of the chest. 3-2. 7-1, a 5-run bottom of the fourth in which the Minutemen sent 11 batters to the plate, and that is a 1-out walk for Harper. That is the 4th free pass of the game he has issued. If there's one thing you want to cut down on, it's those. Caden Doherty not eligible to pitch tonight. Not that they would need him, but Doherty threw 58 pitches the other night in 3 1/3. Cerruti also not eligible to pitch tonight. Parker Kress, however, would be if Coach wanted to watch a pitch count on Harper, the freshman. The FHSAA pitch counts are located on their website. Here's the pitch, low, and it's 2-1 to Evans Crary. The 2-1. Yeah, he went. Yeah, he definitely went. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Between innings, I want to talk to you about something that happened last night. I think it's kind of cool. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chopper, high chopper. Only one play is first, and it's made. Nice job by Wyman to get it over to Kress. Down to second goes Selesky. And 4-3 if you're scoring at home as Noah Karras steps in. Karras tonight, the lone RBI in this one. He had the single back in the first inning when he just kind of slapped at it, trying to protect, and popped on into right field, scoring Ren Selesky, who opened the game with a walk and then advanced to second on a sacrifice bunt by Evans Crary. And I think Coach Johnson's just simply out there saying that guy at second base is of absolutely no consequence to us. Oh, is he back? Yes, he is. He had no fear the other night, the Crow. No care steps in. The pitch. Low, ball 1. Orioles used to have a player a long time ago. Played for the Twins for a while. Steve Muzzy would know this player. A guy by the name of Terry Crowley. They called him the Crow. The 1-0. Curveball is 2-0. Coach touched his nose about 40 times on that signal to the young man at second base. You see that?
Yeah, he's doing
That's
some
pretty
crazy
quick, too.
signals this game.
That was wild. 2-0. I wasn't always a miss the sign guy. I'll let you deduce. Sorry, Coach, I missed the sign. Zipazinski. Pitch in the dirt, ball 3. 7-1, Cocoa Beach on top. Coming up this weekend on the network, we've got youth lacrosse Saturday morning, and coming up Saturday night, back to adult amateur football live from Palm Bay High School as the East Coast Sharks are back in action at home. Pitch, strike 1. Excited for the return. It's been a while since we've seen them. 2 balls and 1 strike. Harper checks the runner, kicks, rocks, fires. There's a slap ball into center field, around third, and being held. They need runners, and they've got them now with 2 outs. I don't know that I would have held him, though. I think I get it. So now it's first and third for Leighton Chandler. Steps in. What? Oh, well, you know, the reason we're not doing Melbourne Vieira is because Coach Johnson and Cocoa Beach reached out to us first before anybody else, and the FHSAA charges a broadcasting fee for anything from district tournaments on, and you know, we love Cocoa Beach baseball, and can't always be Melbourne and Vieira, can't always be O'Galley and Merritt Island. I have had an absolute blast. The game the other night between Holy Trinity and Cocoa Beach was a great baseball game, 6-5 game. The 0-1 takes a shot. It got him! Threw him out and negates the double steal. Got him on the back, and that will end the inning. What a throw by Gant Ramsey to get the runner. And third base coach, which I would assume is, and I don't know him, unfortunately, is Micah Evans. I'd like to know all the coaches, but I'm sure Coach Evans is saying he got in. But no, he didn't. He tagged him before he got there. We've had a pretty clear shot all night, and this umpire has not made one wrong call all night. We are going to the bottom of the 5th inning. If Cocoa Beach can score 4 times, they'll be district champs. Back in a moment on Brevard Sports Network. Make sure you stay tuned. After the game, we'll have our JT Social Bar Player of the Game interview, as well as our post-game conversation with skipper Brian Johnson here on Brevard Sports Network. And let's see if we can't get you an update on those other games. Merritt Island was on top. They are still on top, 7-0 on O'Galley, and right now, between Melbourne and still 1-0 Melbourne. So, rolling, that's got to be Carter Lee down there throwing, and it is Carter Lee in that one, pitching tonight for Vieira to hold those Melbourne bats to 1 run As Jack Meckel steps in, Alan Slaughterzinski, Graley Cogden, and Caleb Brown with you. Meckel will take strike one. Meckel singled and struck out. You know, coming over to Cocoa Beach, we had never done a baseball broadcast until this year here, and it's always been a signal issue for us. We've never been able to. There's a hard ground ball off the top of the bat, third baseman up and over to first for out number one as Meckel goes down 5-3 as Anthony Cerruti steps in, sacrifice his last time up. But, man, do we have a great spot here. And, of course, a lot of people watching for the first time might be, why is it this angle? Well, because if we shoot from behind home plate, we can't move the camera. It's one angle. That's it. And I don't like shooting through a fence. So this is the angle we get, and we kind of, we like it. 1-0 to Cerruti. You're awfully quiet over there, Graley.
Just watching what's happening.
There you go.
It's been pretty quiet since that inning.
Yes, it has. That's right down the pike. 2-1. Two balls, one strike. That ball is popped, skied up. Selesky calls and hauls. That is out number two, and that'll bring up Braden Wyman. The thing that was really incredible about that 5-run inning was all of those runs came with two outs.
Yeah. I mean, that just shows Cocoa Beach, when that pressure is put, they can go. And they can get runs and get hits, even when it's a clutch moment.
You know, people will say, well, how do they do against the O'Galleys of the world this year? They did pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They put up 16 on Commodores this year.
They did. And they started the game with 11.
Yeah, 11 in the first inning. I've never seen a high school baseball game 11-0 in the first inning. Strike one to Braden Wyman. Neither Bobby Collins.
Yeah.
Now, O'Galley would end up coming back to win that game in one of, if not the most incredible high school baseball game I've ever personally broadcast. But, yeah, I mean, this team, and I said this earlier, and I still believe this. There's a shot, and that's going to get through for a two-out base hit by Braden Wyman.
They just keep getting through that gap. There's been like 3 hits in the past few innings right down there.
And here they go with 2 outs again, and Cocoa Beach is going to hit with anyone, and I mean any arm that they can throw out in 2A, Cocoa Beach is going to be able to hit. Mm-hmm. They just are. Do they have the pitching depth beyond Harper, beyond Doherty to play a 3-game series when pitch counts matter? And that's what we're going to find out, because if they do, if they get that third and fourth guy to step up, look out, because they're not going to have any problems hitting.
No.
Not a lot of 2-1 games for Cocoa Beach this year. And off and running, that ball is hit to right field. Here he comes. He won't get there. That time, that's a fair ball or foul ball. Foul ball. Coach Johnson had me fooled as he waved home Braden Wyman.
He was running.
Yes, he was. Tell us the end of the school year. I'm getting hoarse earlier and earlier in broadcast. Go ahead, Caleb. What were you going to say? Yeah. Hayden Wilson. Wilson tonight is 2 for 2 officially. 3 runs scored, an RBI, and a walk for him. On deck, and you don't want him, is Garrett Harper. Inside, Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Harper on deck. The 2-2 on its way in the dirt, and it's full. So off on the pitch we'll go. Wyman. And that would mean that Harper, should Wilson reach, will come up with 2 on again. And he won't, because that's a good pitch for out number 3. That ends the 5th inning. We're going to the top of inning number 6, as it'll be Karras, Chandler, and Trefellner due up for John Carroll. Back in a minute. Well, leave it here, because I said I wanted to talk about something. Last night, Brevard Sports Network nominated, and amongst many terrific, legendary media members around the state of Florida, Larry Bluestein, to name one. But I am humbled and honored to have been nominated on behalf of Brevard Sports Network as an FHSAA All Access Media Member of the Year. And I thank all of you out there for that, because somebody had to nominate me, and didn't even really know these things existed. I've never been nominated for anything like this in my life, and I owe Grayley, you, Caleb, of course, people like Jackson and guys like Anthony Knockreiner, and you name it. And, of course, the coaches, the student athletes, the athletic directors, and the community, because without any of them, none of this happens. And what started as just a passion and a dream 6-7 years ago has really turned in more than I ever thought it would, and I am deeply humbled to have been nominated. So I thank all of you. We'll step aside, and we'll be back here with the top half of the 6th in a moment. Jack Meckel takes the bump as he replaces Garrett Harper. And for Meckel making his 6th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 6.72 ERA this year. Jack Meckel, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned, 9 walks, 9 strikeouts. Teams are batting .241 against him. And the book on Garrett Harper is finished tonight. Harper, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Garrett Harper tonight threw 91 pitches, 54 of them for strikes. Here to take you through inning number 6. I'll be back in inning number 7. Grayley Coggan.
Leighton Chandler up to bat right now. Leighton got struck out in the 1st inning, but walked in the 4th. And he takes a first pitch strike.
We okay?
A swing and a miss. Gone chasing, making the count 0-2. And the windup and delivery. And that is a line drive. Drops right in front of center fielder. And that is a double for Chandler.
No, not a double.
Oh, no.
Yeah, single, yep.
Single. Arlie Treffler up to bat, and he's struck out his past 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he's coming up here looking to hack. Yep, strike 1.
The 0-2 pitch. Right down the middle.
Now 0-2.
The pitch. Turn the 0-2 into the 1-2. Wind up. Right down the middle. Strikeout and safe at first, though. But that is the first strikeout for Meckel.
I'll tell you, he froze him on that one. And that's, I feel for Trefellner because, if you've ever played this game and you've struck out 3 times in it, it's a long bus ride home. And so Trefellner, his 3rd K of the night.
The opposing pitcher, Cannon Orton up to bat. Taking a strike.
Oh, the starter, the opposing starter.
Oh, they switched out, yeah.
Yeah.
Down low.
Gant Ramsey just done an outstanding job behind the plate tonight.
Yeah.
That's a lot of backstop area to cover, and there's no brick wall back there with a pad on it for the ball to bounce back like there is at a lot of these schools.
One. Turn into a 1-2.
So Gant knows he can't let that ball get back there because it could get it's not coming back unless it hits a pole. And if it hits a pole, it's a way wild pitch.
Second strikeout, but still safe at first.
Why not take a shot, huh?
Yeah.
It's the 10th K of the night for Cocoa Beach pitching.
Zach Yancey up to bat.
With Meckel coming in, you got Cerruti, Crescent, Sermon from left to right, Doherty, Wilson, Wyman, and Harper. Harper now at first. Meckel on the bump. Ramsey behind the dish.
Foul ball. 0-1. Pitch. Up high. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Runner on first. And a 7-1 game.
What a beautiful night.
Super nice. Right down the middle.
Well, I tell you, Meckel's he's throwing BBs tonight.
He is. And the 1-2. High foul.
We will keep it here afterwards if there is a district trophy presentation. We're going to stay live anyway because I'm going to be conducting the JT Social Bar post-game interviews with Coach Brian Johnson and our player of the game, who I can comfortably probably tell you at this point will be Garrett Harper.
Foul ball.
With what he did on the mound and then the 3-run jack, I think it's pretty easy to say it's Garrett Harper. Of course, it could be the Cogden family, too, with his glove, man, I'll tell you.
And a swing and a miss to finish the 1-2-3 inning for Cocoa Beach.
Well, not quite 1, 2, 3.
Not 1, 2, 3. I just saw that hit.
But he does strike out the final 3 batters he faces as we go to the bottom of the 6th, and leading it off will be the aforementioned Garrett Harper. Back in a moment here on BSN. All right, welcome back here to Cocoa Beach. Alan Z. Graylee Congdon and Caleb Brown on the production tonight, as it'll be Garrett Harper, Caden Doherty, and Gant Ramsey tonight. Doherty, yeah, all he's done tonight. Last time up, a 3-run home run on the first pitch he saw. He is 2 for 3, 3 for 4 the other night, so you have to factor in that just in the districts, he is, 3 for 7. No, I'm sorry, 5 for 7. 5 for 7. 5 for 7 with 3 RBIs. Incredible district championship for a freshman. And he steps in, and I know one thing I'm not doing is I'm not throwing him a first pitch strike. If I'm Fernmere, and there's a line drive, and he did, and he nearly paid for it as Harper lines out. So every time he has been up tonight, his shot back in the first inning went all the way to the base of the right field wall, which we thought was a home run. He then had a line drive single, a 3-run home run, and that was a line drive out. Caden Doherty, who's hit the ball equally as hard tonight, Doherty steps in. And Doherty tonight, 2 more hits, 3 the other night, 5 in the series. That ball lifted into center field. Seletsky tracks and hauls it in for out number 2. 3 pitches and 2 outs as Gant Ramsey, the catcher, steps in. Due up for John Carroll in the top half of the 7th will be Josh Collado, Ryson Selesky, and Ren Selesky. Potentially the final 3 batters of the year for the Rams. John Carroll comes in as the 11th seed in the region. They needed to win the district championship to advance. And there's a ground ball. Nice scoop by the third baseman. Easy
Great
peasy.
defense.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down. It is the second time in the game they have sat the Minutemen down in order. This is it. Cocoa Beach looking for a district championship, back with the top of the 7th. Jack Meckel looking to finish it off and deliver Cocoa Beach a District 2A8 district championship and hopefully a bump to a 4 seed, which would mean hosting in the regional champion or regional quarterfinals unless the 5 seed, or if Cocoa Beach stays a 5 seed as a district champ, their only other shot to host at that point would be if the 4 seed isn't a district champ, and Cocoa Beach trailed by minuscule points. So if they win and the 4 seed loses, I can't see the reason why Cocoa Beach wouldn't slide into the 4. So if the 4 and the 5 win and they're both district champs, then Cocoa Beach travels. But they will get, if they win that regional quarterfinal, they'll get to play. No, they won't, because all 3 games are the way they do it, isn't it? I can't remember how they do it. Yeah, how does that work? That's right. The first 2 are at the higher seed, and game 3 is at the lower seed. So Cocoa Beach, if they can reach the regional semifinals and it goes 3, they would host the third game. Here we go. A chance for Meckel to put it away. Vernier steps in. Meckel. Yeah. I thought it hit him, but no. 1-0. I believe Cocoa Beach, if I'm not mistaken, won the district championship 2 years ago. Swing and a miss. Yeah, I'm fairly confident they did. So I believe this would be their second in 3 years. Once again, we want to thank JT Social Bar in Cocoa Beach for their sponsorship of this district tournament. The 1-1 is inside for 2 balls and a strike. Again, Monday, the regional brackets will be released. 2 o'clock on YouTube for the FHSAA. That's a strike, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Meckel kicks and fires. Chopper. Shortstop Wilson up and over to first. 1 out. So Wilson over to Harper, and
that plays hard sometimes. That bounce, it bounced high, and
it
you gotta
is.
get in the perfect spot to be able to catch that.
That ball, it takes a big hop here.
Yeah.
We got a pinch hitter here. It looks like number 10. Not sure who that is. It's Landry. Landry's the pinch hitter. Meckel's first pitch. Second pitch. Let's count. 1-1. Okay. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh.
Jeez.
Yeah, that hurts. That's an HBP. Yeah. Ooh. He's going to wake up with Rawlings on NMR. And that'll bring up Selesky. Ryson Selesky. I don't think we're going to see a bunt here. They need base runners. Actually, this is Ren Selesky. Landry was pinch hitting for Ryson. Upstairs. Meckel's hyped. He wants this. 1-0.
Yeah.
He's got to calm down. Throw strikes. One run, 4 hits, and 1 error for John Carroll. 7 runs on 10 hits and no errors for Cocoa Beach. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ren Selesky. Chopper foul, and now it's 2 strikes. For Caden Doherty, this would be his 3rd straight district championship because Vieira has won, 4 or 5 in a row. Yeah, that's about as late as you could possibly swing, and he still gets a piece. Still 7-0, it looks like. Merritt Island over O'Galley. The 1-2 on its way. 8-0 actually. 8-0 is that score. It's going to be 2-2. And Melbourne has broken it open against Vieira as they lead it 5-0. Pitch popped up, but it'll get out of play, and the count will stay 2-2 strikes. So Melbourne going to end Merritt Island, or it looks like going to end Vieira's district championship run of 5 straight. And Merritt Island will repeat as district champs. The pitch, there's a hard ground ball. Steps on for one, won't get the double play, but there are 2 outs. So 2 outs, and it's up to Evans Crary. Crary steps in. The hits tonight for John Carroll, 2 for Karras, 1 for Chandler, and 1 for Yancey. And that's strike 1. 2 strikes away from a 2A8 title. The pitch, and there's a ground ball. And, they won't get it. The first error of the night. And now it's first and second with 2 outs. Threw it behind. Wilson threw it behind Wyman. Tossed it behind Wyman. So now we got first and second with 2 outs. No harm, no foul. Still only need 1. Those guys, those runs don't hurt. Get the batter, and you win the district championship. There's a ground ball. Wilson again. This time they do it. And the Cocoa Beach Minutemen have captured the 2A8 district championship. Congratulations to head coach Brian Johnson and the Minutemen. As the teams will shake hands, I imagine we'll see a district championship team photo, which take care. Which I'm fairly confident we're going to need to get a picture of.
That was a fun game because it showcased Cocoa Beach ability to have those really big innings.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Caleb? That's all right. Thank you. Are you going to take the team picture? Okay. You do a great job. They're going to, I guess when they present they're going to present the district championship trophy. I love your pictures. Yep, the district champions are coming up. All right. There we go here as they'll be presented with the trophy here. Grayley, your final thoughts as they're presented, because I'm going to need your headset.
Okay. I mean, I think it was a fun game. You could see Cocoa Beach's fire innings, and they're just like, they can get strong in moments they need to be. So
yep.
I think they really showcased that tonight. And they kept up their defense really until that last play.
I mean, you would think Coach would. Coach, there you go. Hold it up loud and proud as Cocoa Beach. You see the district trophy popping out of there in the middle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to give this to Coach Johnson here in a minute. Coming up. And, can you go get a picture? There you go. All right, here we go. Hey, Coach, can we get a picture? Yep. Our JT social player, JT social bar player of the game tonight is Garrett Harper, the freshman. And we're going to talk to Garrett and Coach coming up here on Brevard Sport. We'll talk to Coach first and then Garrett. Another district championship as the Minutemen get revenge from last year. Yeah, you want to get the score in the background, that's for sure, and they're going to do that and turn around here, and all of you at home will be able to see, hopefully, them with the trophy instead of their backsides. Again, we want to thank Jay Ayers, a good picture there. There it is. That's what we're after for the home viewing audience. There you go, right there. We're going to get Coach Johnson and then Garrett Harper over here. Yep. Here you go, Coach. Strap here. You can. Caleb's gonna. You can stand in front of the camera tonight. We brought all the other equipment. We're gonna bring on Coach Brian Johnson. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Again, it's that first inning there. Young team. Garrett Harper settles down. Coach, the thing about this team is you guys just crush the baseball. What is how do you coach that approach with such a young team?
Yeah, it doesn't go with lack of hard work and effort from these boys. It's hard to take any of the credit. These kids are, begging to hit extra and begging to hit constantly, and so it's an attitude that we've instilled, and they've just totally bought in and accepted it.
Coach, you've played at every level, and you get a young man, our JT Social Bar player of the game tonight, Garrett Harper. You get a young man like Garrett, and he just carries himself in a way, Coach, that's reminiscent of guys that feel like that's 10, 15 years older. Tell us about Garrett.
Yeah, he's steady Eddie. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, he doesn't really get too high, too low. He didn't really have it in the first inning.
Yeah.
But I told him when he came off, you're going to find it.
Yeah.
You got to believe in yourself. You're going to find it. You're too good to not find it.
Yeah.
So when he came off the second inning after he found it, I said, I'm ultra proud of you because this is the first time all year where you've settled in and gotten to past this point. Now we go.
Without divulging too much or obviously too much strategy, the brackets will be released next week, and then you get all your arms back in the Dohertys and the Harpers of the world. Coach, how do you look at moving forward? You got to of course you got to win the regionals, but how do you approach that regional quarterfinal? It's one game, and then you go into a best of three. What's your approach?
Yeah, you play it like it's Game 7 of the World Series.
Okay.
Janke will be ready, Harper will be ready, Doherty will be ready. I don't know who's going to start. We'll figure that out next week.
Mm-hmm.
But with this 9-day layoff, everyone will be ready. We'll inter-squad during the week, so they'll stay ready.
Coach, congratulations on getting the win and an impressive performance, not just tonight, Coach, but this year with what this team does with the bats, how disciplined they are in the field. Just a great effort. You've done a terrific job. You and your staff have done a terrific job here. Impressive baseball to watch. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
absolutely. Guys. Brian Johnson and Garrett Harper. Oh, go ahead. Go celebrate. Are you good? Okay. Pop those headsets on. We good? Okay. Yep. So our player of the game tonight is they're going to go get Coach with the apple juice pain, if you will, the apple pain. Our JT Social Bar player of the game tonight is freshman Garrett Harper. Garrett, congratulations.
Thank you.
On it. Let's start on the mound tonight, where your first inning, a little struggle, but you pulled it together. Nerves, what? Take me through that first inning.
Honestly, trying to overthrow.
Yeah.
It was trying to throw hard, and then I had to reel it back in. But started to figure it out. I'm not happy with the amount of walks I had, but I started to figure it out, so that's good.
5 innings pitched tonight, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, but 8 strikeouts tonight. listen, I mean, I think you threw 91 pitches tonight. What does it mean as a freshman? You know, I know you can play as an eighth grader here. What does it mean? You did. What does it mean as to be as young as you are and to come in here and contribute the way that you do?
I just love it. I work hard on a daily basis, so I don't know, just the hard work showing off is just awesome, and helping the boys out, that's good.
All right, so let's go through the three-run jack, man. That was a thing of pure beauty. First pitch swinging. You seem to like the first pitch
I did.
a lot. Tell me about your first pitch approach. What were you looking for when you got up there? Because you obviously got it.
Honestly, just a pitch that I could drive. Normally, I get outside pitches and I foul them off or something, but I got one in and they made a mistake and I made them pay for it.
No doubt, as everybody's playing baseball here tonight. Garrett, an exciting time. You get an 8-9 day layoff now before you have to go back out and play again. How do you stay fresh? Is it the cages? What do you do to keep that swing? You're one of the best hitters in this county, period. I think you got your 40th hit tonight, which is right there at the top of the county if it doesn't lead it. How are you going to stay fresh?
Just hit at home. That's a big one. Hit off the tee every day at home and hit here at practice.
Gotcha.
The BP.
All right, talk about your team real quick. I'm curious. Tell me about your team, your teammates, and this is a really good baseball team that hits the ball really, really well. Kind of take me through this squad a little bit.
They're funny.
Yeah,
that's a good one. When they get out, they're not selfish. So like, if they get out, they still cheer up your team. So
right.
It's not like one guy that brings the whole team down. Everyone, I guess, contributes.
Gotcha.
They cheer each other on. So I'm sure that helps a lot.
Garrett, you know, I call you a freshman sensation because that's exactly what you are. Our JT Social Bar player of the game tonight. Another stellar night at the plate, a 3-run home run that really broke this thing open. Congratulations to you and your teammates. Go get your picture taken with, and before you get out of here, you're going to sign a baseball for me, and so is Caden Doherty. So let's sign off here. We're going to sign off. You can keep the camera on them, Caleb. So once again, we'll wrap it up tonight. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for John Carroll. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Cocoa Beach tonight. Your winning pitcher is your player of the game tonight, Garrett Harper. Hey, tell Caden come over here for a second. Your winning pitcher tonight is Garrett Harper, and he went 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, and an earned run. So that'll wrap it up. Cocoa Beach, your 2A8 district champs, and we'll see you. Do me a favor, sign this baseball because you were a player of the game the other night. Yep. We're going to wrap it up. Cocoa Beach wins it 7-1. They are your 2A8 district champs.